Then Jesus said to them, "Be on your guard and avoid every kind of greed. For even though you have many possessions, it is not that which gives you life." The more you have, you depend more, you are prone to depend on the things that you possess. So what will happen? The things that you possess, your possessions, will give you an assurance. They will give you the sustenance. You begin to depend on your possessions. So that's why you become greedy out of insecurity. You want more, because when you have more, only you will be content within. You'll be satisfied inside. That's the danger of it. The Lord is challenging, and Lord is really demanding to be aware of all kinds of greed, because greed will blind you. It will kind of have a tunnel vision. It will blind all the other things, and it will make you very ambitious for one thing. So you miss all the other aspects of life when you become stingy, greedy. How to overcome this? It's a long process, my dear friends. So this greed will blind you. This greed will push you to gather things for yourself, possess them. And that when you possess things, you're scared to lose them, because it becomes your security. So that's the plight of your greed. That's what the Lord is saying. St. Paul beautifully says, all of us belong to them at one time, and we followed human greed. We obeyed the urges of your human nature and consented to its desires. By ourselves, we went straight to the judgment like the rest of humankind. But God, who is rich in mercy, revealed His immense love. God, who is, as we were dead through our sins, He gave us life with Christ. By grace, you have been saved. That's the very reason Jesus came to the world, and He loved us. He loved us so much, and He paid the ransom for our greed. The only way to overcome your greed, you have to be greedy for Jesus. You have to lavishly desire Jesus, ardently search Jesus. That's the only way you can overcome your greed. The moment you have Him, you will lose the greed for the world. The moment you have Him, you have this security. Your insecurity is done. The moment you have Him, you are inside it full. Lack of love, and you beg for love in the world, and it is over. And it's a deep journey when you become greedy for Jesus. So you want Him come what may. You want Him anyway, my dear friends. So it's beautiful. So otherwise what will happen? In greed, we have many, we have more. And when we are blessed more, why we are blessed more? It is to share with others. Not to exceed your barns, not to make it bigger, all the warehouses, and store more, so that it will give you peace. So your peace, your serenity, your security is conditional. It's always in condition. And when your wealth is in flux, your security will be also in flux. When your wealth is in flux, your happiness will be also in flux. It will turn ups and down. It will waver. That's exactly the Lord is saying. The person who is given more, and he will store everything and he breaks all the bars and make it bit bigger. And he thought it will give you peace. Whereas that's the very reason he lost the peace. Because the Lord is saying, I'm taking you now. How foolish you are. You can't depend on your salary. You can't depend on your strength. You can't depend on your talents. You can't depend on your influence. Relationships, no. You have to depend on Him. There's no other way. So, Corona, the plight of the world, thousands and millions are dying, will teach us that only He can save us. So those who gathered many, they know how frail the vanity of life. When you depend on wealth, then you depend on this world. Everything is created by God. Wealth is a beautiful thing. All your talents, they are very beautiful. They are plans of God, God's gifts. But then the gift and the giver, you have to identify them clearly. You have to depend on the giver, not the gift. So think about it. Think about it always. For what I am greedy, for what I am gathering, what I am saving, and if your savings, if your influence, if your contacts, if your relationship gives you security, remember, it will change one day. So He has to be your everything. He has to be your all. He has to be your security. He has to be your lover. Jesus has to be everything for you. And that's where the only way to overcome your greed, you just be greedy for Jesus. Think about it and have a nice day. May God bless you.